What's going on, guys? Hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. So today we're going to have a cryptocurrency update and ask ourselves the question, should we buy Terra, Luna Classic, Terra, and also one altcoin gem that I'm personally looking at, right? So let's start off with the cryptocurrency markets doing extremely well over the past 24 hours. So surprisingly, altcoins are not outperforming Bitcoin. Look at Ethereum 5%, while Bitcoin has a 10.7% gain in the past 24 hours, right? So Bitcoin is definitely leading the pack. So Bitcoin dominance going up. And if you can take a look at the top 20, all about 6-7%. So generally the market is doing pretty well, right? So next, let's take a look at Terra Luna, right? So something that has been on the news lately, right? So it's up a staggering 435x since the bottom, right? So maybe in hindsight should have bought that during the bottom, but obviously we couldn't have told that was the bottom. Well, there were several indicators actually. At that time, it was only trading around I think it was a $3.5 million market cap, and I was quite surprised when I saw that as well. But at that time, they haven't stopped the mechanism, and after that, I just kind of didn't pay attention to it anymore. So now the question today is, should we buy it here today? I'm just going to do a little quick math and show you guys the market cap. So the market cap of Terra Luna is basically 3.01 billion at this moment, right? So you gotta ask yourself like how far and how much more there is to run, right? So if you look at the past 24 hours, it's actually down 15%, and against Bitcoin is down 23%, right? So you can see that the reason that I don't really get involved in all these things is because it's very unpredictable, right? So of course, at the bottom, when they stopped generating new Terra, I should have took that as a hint, right? But I only figured that out maybe like a week or 2 weeks after that. But at that time, the price was already up maybe like, I don't know, 100, 200x, so I didn't really touch it, right? So going back to the question, should we buy it right now? I personally wouldn't, so I don't know whether you guys would want to decide for yourselves, but I think if it's already ranked 29, it has very limited upside with a lot of downside, right? So I wouldn't mind buying something which I know has a high chance of going to zero if the returns were, let's say, 100x, like the expected returns. So that is like you need to weigh the risk and reward, right? When it was like ranked, I don't know, maybe like 600 or something, then the risk and reward was very good, right? So in hindsight, this one is another one that maybe I could have made a play on, because as Terra was pumping, right, you can see Friday 9th of September, and let's look at Friday 9th of September here. So as Terra Luna Classic was pumping, actually Terra itself, the new blockchain, didn't pump, right? And maybe we could have taken a look at this and realized that basically it has a high potential to pump, right? So maybe this is a play that we also missed out on. But I think I'll continue missing out on all these because these are like very hard to predict, right? But again, this one I should have saw coming because it was quite obvious, right? Because you see like 9th of September, it was obvious that the correlation was going to be there along with some of the Terra Luna Classic coins like Anchor and stuff like that, right? So that's about all for the Terra news. So I'm going to talk about something that I'm buying, right? So something that I'm buying is actually Alchemy Pay. So Alchemy Pay, what do they do? Basically, Alchemy Pay is a payment processor, right? Something like think of it as Visa or MasterCard for cryptocurrencies, right? And if you take a look at their trusted partners worldwide, so Alchemy Pay is supported in over 70 countries with over 300 payment channels, has touch points with 2 million merchants through partnerships and industry leaders, right? So I'm buying, I do want to say that cryptocurrencies only represent 25% of my portfolio, and I think this is the speculative part of my portfolio, right? But there is such thing as intelligent speculation as well, right? So if we take a look at this again, if you bought this on 9th of September, it would have been pretty intelligent speculation, right? Because you could look at the Terra Luna chart, it's just going through the roof, and you can take a look at Terra Luna, the new one, right? Sorry, that's a bit confusing there. But if we take a look at Alchemy Pay, so I do think this is intelligent speculation as well, right? So I treat cryptocurrency investing more like VC investing, right? Because these are like maybe pre-revenue or just like concept companies, right? But if you take a look at this Alchemy Pay, it's actually not a pre-revenue or that kind of company, right? So Shopify, Avalanche, Polygon, Binance, Huobi. I'm sure you've heard of all these names before, right? Maybe Neom, I haven't heard of it. But like these are big names in the space, right? And OK Exchange. So if we take a look at the market cap of Alchemy Pay, so it's 130 million right now. So I think this coin can actually do 100x in the next bull cycle, right? It's a possibility. So, but then again, you do have to know that buying the token does not represent ownership in the company itself, right? But potentially, sometimes in bull markets, this gets mixed up. That's why I said it has the potential to do 100x. Right? So I think this coin can easily do a 10x in the next maybe 5 years because honestly speaking, cryptocurrencies are quite undervalued right now, and this company has actually real world applications, right? If you keep up with them, you'll see that they are actually signing on more merchants, like doing what basically Visa and MasterCard used to do for the traditional finance space. So if we take a look at the white paper, so problems to be solved and all that, basically they're saying that the current space is too slow, stuff like that, classic payment kind of thing that they want to solve. So Alchemy Pay is a hybrid crypto fiat payment infrastructure powered by its Ethereum-based utility token, ACH, right? So it unites the fiat and crypto economies by offering crypto and fiat acceptance compatible in numerous payment industry. So I just want to say that you do want to look for this, right? So payment powered by its Ethereum-based utility token, right? You do need the token to have some utility, right? If not, it's going to have, let's say the parent company will have a lot of value, but the token itself will have zero value, right? So a case in point might be XRP. So you might say, oh, XRP, it has a really huge market cap, right? 17 billion. So what are you talking about? No value. But the thing is, like, if you take a look at XRP, you can see that it's been flat for the past, I don't know how long, and I don't even know why it's in the top 10, right? Because has anyone heard of like the utility of XRP? It's just basically for like, basically the parent company is making all the money and the token holders are not accruing any value, right? That's what I want to say, right? But because it was early, it caught on and it had the hype, basically it just held on to the crypto market cap, right? So if you're enjoying the video so far, do help me smash up the like button, hit subscribe, and also hit the bell button and press on all, right? So this will really help out the channel. And also watch till the end, right? Because obviously you don't want to miss any important information. So actually there is like a how to value this payment tokens in this white paper as well, right? And I'm not going to go through it, but if you guys want to go through it, you should really go through it, right? If you want to do your own investment in this, so you need to do your own research and basically get familiar, get to know like what's happening and all. But basically in this white paper, they're going to say that this Alchemy Pay token is going to be potentially worth, and the big word now is potentially, right? A few dollars in the future, right? Because they use their whatever calculations that they come up with, lah. But I think like the market cap is small enough for me to not even worry about all this, because in the next bull cycle, I think this market cap is small enough to be pushed up to maybe like 1 billion or like, there I even say 10 billion, right? Then maybe I can get my first 100x. But I do want to stress that you need to look for crypto coins that are not going extinct, right? What do I mean by that? Because crypto coins don't get delisted, in the sense that it will always be there, right? Some exchanges will always trade it, decentralized exchanges will always trade it, right? But if there's no team behind it, then there's no news anymore, there's no hype, and there's nothing coming out, right? So basically, if you want to hope that the coin that you pick is a Terra Luna Classic and it just runs out for absolutely no reason other than like hype and speculation, that is a very hard thing to hope for, right? Because as you can see, there's 12,000 coins, right? So your chances are not very good, right? And especially if you put in like serious amounts of money, so you won't be able to get the right coins, right? So why Alchemy Pay, basically they can show you their fees is lower, settlement is 1 day, right? And that's actually quite impressive because you can see that digital payment settlement is actually 3 to 7 days, 2%, 2 to 3%, right? So fraud is low, right? Alchemy Pay fraud is 0. That is a big question mark for me. I'm not really sure whether that is true. But 3 to 7 day settlement is definitely correct, right? Because even though Visa and MasterCard, like you pay them and basically the money gets instantly moved, right? It's not that the merchant and the buyer has like 3 to 7 days wait, right? That's way too long. But the thing is, the money gets instantly moved, but their back-end system takes 3 to 7 days to actually settle the money, right? So if you ever trade stocks or bonds, you will see that there is always a T plus 2, right? And that is the settlement time, right? So T plus 2 days, right? So that is the settlement time. So it actually takes more time than what you see on your screen, because you buy the stock instantly, you get the stock in your stock brokerage account, right? So you think that there's no issue, right? But actually the settlement takes 2 days more than that. So let's see a bit about Alchemy, the token itself, right? Because we don't care how well the Alchemy, basically, I don't know what the company is called, but let's just call it Alchemy Labs, right? We don't really care how well it does. Well, actually, we do care, but how well it does is not really correlated with how well the token does, right? So ACH tokens are pledged, rewarded, and paid as fees to drive and incentivize all of the ecosystem's function. So incentivizes partners and investors. So ACH has created a thriving online community of investors, and the rewards of our partners receive to incentivize them to help expand the partner network. So value correlated with network growth. So the reduced supply and increased demand of ACH as a result of network use and expansion raises the value of the token, right? So this is very good, right? So you can see more usage actually raises token value, right? So yeah, we do really want to see that, like the more usage, basically the token will go up. That's like I think it's quite normal for most blockchains anyways. But this benefits our investors and partner business who hold, pledge, and get rewarded with ACH, right? So you can see funds growth and development. 50% of the transaction fees are used for business development, marketing, and promotion. ACH provides an organic and sustainable budget to attract and onboard new businesses for continuous expansions, right? So I just want to say that this is the important part, right? So you do have to know how they make money, right? Especially for all this, how is the token utility? What does the token actually do, right? So that is very important for you as a crypto investor to know, right? You don't want some blockchain with a token which is just basically useless, right? So there are a lot of blockchains out there which they just have a token for basically fundraising purposes, so to get money from investors, but the token really doesn't do anything, right? So you can see that they make money from transaction fees, and that's where I think the bulk of their money will come from, right? Because you, as you can see, the payment is 1%, right? So that's a transaction fees that they will be making, right? So if this turns out to be maybe the crypto's version of Visa or MasterCard, I think this will be like huge, right? But I wouldn't exactly bet on it growing that big, right? Because there's a lot of competition in this space coming from like FTX, Binance, maybe even TransferWise. All of them have like crypto basically debit cards or credit cards, right? So I'm not sure about Wise, but I'm sure about the rest, right? And there's like Nexo cards and all this, right? So every crypto company will, I think, be looking for cards to issue. But yeah, I think Alchemy Pay has a shot of, I don't know, at least penetrating the market and gaining some market share, right? So yeah, that's about all I wanted to share today. If you did enjoy the video, do help me smash up the like button, hit subscribe, and also hit the bell button. With that being said, have a fantastic day ahead, and peace out.